Hello, good morning students. Myself Vinti Rai. Today we will do exercise 1.3. In previous video I taught you from question number 1 to 5. Now we will start from question number 6. Let's see. I'm going to write this question on copy. Let's see. This is question number 6. Now we start solution. Read this question. A certain freezing process requires that room temperature be lowered from 40 degrees Celsius at the rate of 5 degrees Celsius every hour. What will be the room temperature 10 hours after the process begins? Okay, so first of all we'll write present room temperature. Present room temperature. Present room temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. Okay, then rate of what is given requires that room temperature be lowered. Be lowered means decreasing. Okay, then decreasing from 40 degrees Celsius at the rate of 5 degrees Celsius every hour. Okay, mean to say decreasing, our room temperature is decreasing by the rate of 5 degrees Celsius. So decreasing rate of temperature (5 degrees Celsius). Okay. Now, what will be the room temperature 10 hours after the process begins? Now, in 10 hours, this will be capital, okay? In 10 hours, total temperature decrease 5 into 10 is equal to 5 degrees Celsius. Okay, 5 degrees Celsius. Total temperature will decrease. So, our room temperature after 10 hours. Now see, our starting room temperature was 40 degrees Celsius and it is decreasing by the rate of 5 degrees Celsius every hour. So in 10 hours, first of all we find out how much temperature will decrease. Then this is 50 degrees Celsius. Now we'll subtract here from initial stage, that is 40 degrees Celsius minus 50 degrees Celsius. Here minus I have written, that's why we have written minus, because this 50 degrees Celsius is decreasing. Okay, this 50 degrees Celsius is decreasing, that's why we subtract here 40 minus 50 degrees Celsius. Finally we get minus 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, we will subtract here and negative sign, negative numbers are greater, that's why we put here minus 10 degrees Celsius. So our room temperature after 10 hours will be minus 10 degrees Celsius. Now see question number 7. See, this is your question number 7. Now I'm going to read this question. In a class test containing 10 questions, okay, there is a one class test containing 10 questions. 5 marks are awarded for every correct answer. 5 marks will be given for correct answers, for each correct answer. Okay, and minus 2 marks are awarded for every incorrect answer. Now, and 0 for question not attempt. Okay, when to say 5 marks is given for correct answer, each correct answer, and minus 2 is given for each mistake answers. Now let's see, question number 1 is given. First of all, we solve here. We will write here what is given. Given portion is marks are awarded, or marks for every correct answer. Correct answer is equal to 5. Okay, this was given, that's why I am writing it at first. And marks for every incorrect answer, that is -2. Okay, that is -2. Now see question number A. See, question number 1 is given in front. I have written here question number 1. How we'll solve this? This is the part of question number 7. Okay. Now see, Mohan gets 4 correct and 6 incorrect answers. Then what is his score? So Mohan's score, we already have written scores for marks for each correct answer is 5 and marks for each incorrect answer is -2. So here Mohan score for correct answers. See how many question he has given correct? 4. 4 correct answer he has given. So here we'll write number of answers 4 and we will multiply this number of answer by the marks for each correct answer, and that is 5. This is the marks for each correct answer and this is the number of answers. So we can find out the total score for correct answer, that is 20 marks. Okay. Similarly, we find out for the incorrect answers. Mohan score for incorrect answer. Number of incorrect answer, that is 6, and marks for each incorrect answer, that is -2. So here we'll write 6 2s are 12 and we put here -12 marks. Okay, what we'll write? -12 marks. Mohan scored. Okay, now see the second question. Sorry, his scored 20 marks for the correct answer and -12 marks for incorrect answers. Now his final or his total scores is equal to 20 plus -12. 20, we will add them. Okay, 20 plus minus will be -12 and 8 marks. Finally he get 8 marks, or he scored. Now see the second question. Resma gets 5 correct answer and 5 incorrect answer. Then what is her score? Similarly, we will find this. Resma score for correct answer. Similarly, we will solve as we solved here. Answer. How many answer he has given correct? 5. And we will multiply by the marks for each correct answer. That is also 5. Here we will get 25 marks. Again, Reshma score for incorrect answers, that is 5 incorrect also, and the marks for incorrect answer, that is -2. I have already written in question. 5 2s are 10, -10 marks. So her total score, her total scores will be 25 plus -10. It will be 25 minus 10 will be 15. Okay, 15 marks. Finally, she got 15 marks. Okay. Now let's see question number 3. Now see this is question number third part of question number 7. Hina gets 2 correct and 5 incorrect answer out of 7 questions she attempts. Okay, and what is her score? First of all, it is clear she attempts only 7 questions. 3 questions she doesn't attempt. So Hina score for correct answer, that is 2 is number of correct answer, and marks 5 marks for each correct answer. 5 2s are 10. Now Hina score for incorrect answer, that is total number of incorrect question answer is 5, and marks for each incorrect answer, that is -2. 5 2s are 10, -10. See, one more line I will have to add here, because here already she attempts 7 questions and rest 3 questions she doesn't attempt. So Hina score for not attempt, no, here we'll write marks for not attempting questions, that is 3 into 0. 0 marks is given for not attempt. So 3 into 0, and here will be 0. Okay. Total score of Hina. So total score what will be? 10 plus -10 plus 0, and that is 10 minus 10, and that is 0. See, question number 8. A cement company earned a profit of ₹8 per bag of white cement sold. Okay, he earned profit 8 rupees, 8 rupees for per bag of white cement. Okay, when he sold white cement bag, then 8 rupees for per bag he got a profit. Okay, and a loss of 5 rupees per bag of grey cement, and for grey cement he bears loss 5 rupees. Okay, now let's see what is given in question number A. Now see question number 8, part A. The company sells 3,000 bags of white cement and 5,000 bags of grey cement in month. Then what is its profit or loss? Okay, let's we recall what is given in question. 8 rupees he bears profit for each white cement bag, and 5 rupees he bears loss for each grey cement bag. Now let's see. First of all, we have written here what profit will be for each white cement bag. That will be 8 rupees for per bag cement, per bag. Okay, and loss for per bag of grey cement, that is 5 rupees. Okay, now see question. Cement company sells 3,000 bag of white cement. 3,000 bags of white cement. So Here we'll write here question number A. Okay, we'll write number of white cement bag. Number of white cement bag is equal to how many bags? 3000. Okay, now how many profit this shopkeeper bears for white cement bag? See, profit, we multiply number of bags by the profit for each bag. Profit for each bag of white cement is 8 rupees. So here we will find out total profit for 3000 bags. 8 3s are 24. This amount is the total profit shopkeeper bears in white cement bag. Okay, this amount. Now number of grey cement bags is equal to how many grey cement bags are there? 5000. So we'll write here 5000. Now how many loss he will bear? Loss for this 5000 bag. Again we multiply this 5000 by the loss for each grey cement bag. Then we can find out total amount of loss. 5000 bags we have, and the loss for each bag is 5 rupees. So we multiply by the number of bags, that is 5000, 25,000. Okay, we shopkeeper will bear loss 25,000. See, here our profit is greater and our loss is, our profit is smaller than our loss. Profit is smaller than loss. Mean to say, at last shopkeeper bear loss here. And how much loss? Shopkeeper bear loss, and that loss is, we subtract loss minus profit, and that will be 25,000. We subtract by 24,000 and we get 1000. Mean to say, finally shopkeeper bears loss of 1000 because loss is greater than profit. So he will bear loss here. Okay. See part B of question number 8. What is the number of white cement bags if it must sell to have neither profit nor loss? Okay, mean to say, no profit, no loss. Profit and loss both are equal. No one is greater. Okay, if the number of grey bags sold is 6,400 bags. Now in question that is asking number of white cement bags. Okay, white cement bags are not mentioned here, and you will have to find out white cement bags, number of white cement bags. So we just let number of white cement bags, number of white cement bags, that is X. Okay, you just suppose this, that is X. Now then what will be profit? We will we find out this in last question. So profit will multiply by the number of white cement bag, and that is 8 is the profit for each white cement bag. So we multiply by number of white cement bag, and that is 8x. Now see number of grey cement bags, and that is 6400. This is the number of grey cement bag. Here we will find out loss, and that will be, we multiply number of grey cement bag by loss for each grey cement bag, that is 5. We get 32,000 when we multiply this. Okay. Now see, profit and loss both are equal, because neither profit nor loss, mean to say this is given, profit and loss are equal. So what profit we got? 8x. Profit and loss are given already, are equal. So 8x, we will write profit and loss is 32,000. So this 8 when come out other side of equal, then it will be divided. It will divide here. And we get 4,000. What will we get? 4,000. That will be the number of white cement bags. Okay. Okay, student, this is question number 9 of same exercise. See, replace the blank with an integer to make it a true statement. Okay, you have to replace this blank by a integer. So what integer you will put here in this blank? See, a is given, -3 multiply by dash is equal to 27. So see student, what you will multiply by 3, then you will get 27. See, this is very easy. You just multiply, you just remember the table of 3. In how many ja you get 27? Yes, 9 ja. 3 9 ja, we get 27. But see their sign. Here minus is given, but in answer we are getting plus 27. So that's why we put here minus, so that we can write minus minus will be plus, then we get 27. If we put only 9 here, then plus minus will be minus, and we get in result minus 27. That's why we put here minus 9. Now see question number B. 5 into fill in the blanks is equal to minus 35 is given. So again you read, remember table of 5. In how many ja 35 will get? 5 7 ja. Yes, 5 7 ja we get 35. But see, there is not plus 35 means positive 35. This is negative 35. Mean to say we have to multiply it by minus 7. Then we get minus 35, because plus minus will be minus, and 5 7 ja will be 35. Now let's come on C. Blanks into minus 8 is equal to 56. Now again you remember the table of 8. How many ja? In how many ja we get 56? 7 ja. Yes, then we put here 7, and see plus minus will be minus. So there is no need to write here negative, because already we are getting here minus. Okay. Now come on D. Blanks dash into minus 12 is equal to 132. And see, when you will multiply by 10, mean to say when you will remember table of 12, then in 10 ja you will get 12. 10 ja is equal to 120, and this is more than 120. This is 132. Mean to say you just multiply by 11, then you will get, see what you will get? You will get 132. So I'm going to write here 11. When you will multiply 11 ja, then you will get 132. Such type you just try 2 or 3 times. You will get near about these numbers, and then you will find exact number. Then you will when you will multiply by this, then you get 132. And see, here is plus 132, but I have minus here, so minus plus will be plus, sorry, minus plus will be minus, so that's why we will put here negative sign, because we want to take positive 132, and now we have put here negative, then we can get plus, minus minus will be plus, and here will be 132 plus 132. So student, such type your 1.3 exercise is completed. I hope you understand all. Okay, in next video we'll start the next topic, that is division in integers. Okay, thank you.